What would the Democrat Party be if they weren't continuing to have protests because they're unhappy with President Trump uncovering billions of dollars in wasteful spending? From the NPR, protests are set to take place on President's Day, and here's why. Protests are set to take place in several major cities across the U.S. on Monday, President's Day. These demonstrations are being organized by a group called 50501 Movement, which stands for 50 protests in 50 states under one movement. The protests are a response to what organizers describe as the anti democratic and illegal actions of the Trump administration. This marks the second nationwide protest by the group following an event held on February 12th. Well, here's my take on that. Apparently, most of these protesters don't have jobs. Most of them are college age or in college. Because every time we see one of these protests, it's during the week, it's during the day, and all these people show up. They all took the time to make signs and staple it to a stick and bring it with them. What exactly are they trying to accomplish? Why are they so against the Trump administration uncovering billions of dollars in wasteful spending by the Democrats, specifically Joe Biden and his administration? I don't understand why people just can't all get on the same page and let this take place and see where it goes. They are listening to the Democratic congressional people who say Elon Musk is stealing the money for himself. Donald Trump is stealing the money for himself. It's absolutely untrue. And what is taking place is exposing all of the wasteful spending by top Democratic leaders in this country. That is why they are so up in arms. Why would the congressional leaders be upset about uncovering waste if they weren't trying to hide something? It's my opinion that they're scared because it's all going to come out that the billions of dollars that were spent under you said didn't go to where it was supposed to go. And maybe it went into someone's pockets. That's why they're scared. Well, it goes on to say organizers like Sidney Wilson, a local organizer in Pittsburgh and national press liaison for 5501, told NPR that holding the protest on a day dedicated to celebrating U.S. presidents is an ideal moment. We're going out and protesting because we are concerned by our current president's actions. We figured it was a nice little punch. A nice little punch. If these people, for 1 second, thought that Donald Trump was actually doing something wrong, why did they let the Democrat Party during the presidential election cycle just install Kamala Harris as their nominee? Why did they let the Democrat leaders in Congress throw democracy out the window by telling the people you don't have the right to vote on the candidate you choose? We are telling you who you're going to vote for. That's the main reason that the Democrats got crushed, because every Democrat voting in this country knew Kamala Harris was not the right candidate. She was not capable to lead. And we continue to see that today because she's been out and about talking to people, continuing to say nothing while she's talking. Again, Kamala Harris, the word salad queen. I don't know what it's going to take for people to understand the damage and destruction the Biden administration did to this country in 4 years. The wasteful spending, the billions and billions of dollars given to other countries, while in the United States, millions of people are homeless, millions of people need mental health counseling and drug addiction counseling. Military veterans are not getting the support of their own government because the Biden administration did not care about that. They cared about spending money that didn't belong to them. The U.S. taxpayer was fed up, and we proved it on election day by electing a man who we believe is going to change things. Now, whether you're a Donald Trump fan or not, it's been less than a month since he's been in office, and they're all in an outrage because he's doing what he said he was going to do. And you'll hear the naysayers. He didn't lower egg prices. He didn't lower grocery prices. And they're right. But that concern needs to be put aside while they figure out where all our money has gone. And when they find out, that's when they can start making good on other campaign promises, like lowering prices, gas, food, rent, utilities, mortgage, etc. These protests fall on deaf ears because it's a group of people who have nothing else going on, nothing more to do in their lives. It's college kids not going to class because they wanted to take their sign and march around in a circle with it. The sooner they understand that their voices are not going to be heard in the street, the sooner we'll be better off. Everyone needs to get on the same page here, and they're protesting because they don't like the man, Donald Trump. They had no problem with our country when he was president for 4 years because everything was great. And then it got destroyed, and now it's going to be great again. But you got to give the man some time. So my take is protest all you want because, again, it's falling on deaf ears, and you need to go get a job or go to class and learn something instead of wasting your time yelling and screaming in a circle with a few hundred people because, quite frankly, you're not going to get anything done. People are going to laugh at you, and they're going to say, "What are you doing with your life?" And it's my opinion, they're wasting their time and their lives by protesting ridiculous things.